So Virgil Abloh is roughly a dozen shoes in. Is he just trying to be weird on purpose now? Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll take a closer look at the Zoom Terra Kiger 5. What's going on, guys? You're watching Sneaker News on YouTube, and today we're taking a closer look at the off-white Nike Zoom Terra Kiger 5. Before we take a deep dive, hit that subscribe button and we'll get right into it. So the question is Virgil Abloh doing weird stuff just to be weird? He knows that we expect some really crazy stuff from him. We'll discuss the inspiration behind this particular design and how it fit into his vision with Nike and his personal brand Off-White. Just to go over some quick and basic details, this is the Zoom Terra Kiger 5. It's actually a trail running shoe and released in 3 colorways. This white version, and there's an electric green as well as a black and pink version. All 3 pairs dropped on Monday, January 24th. And like any Off-White Nike shoe, it sold out immediately. And of course, resale prices are already on the move up. So we'll touch on those things as well. So the question is Virgil Abloh just doing weird things just to be weird? I mean, at this point, the deconstructed look has been just kind of done to the ground and people are looking for something a little bit more different. And honestly, these are definitely different from the 10, and we'll discuss that in just a little bit. Let's go back to just the general design direction of this particular shoe. Virgil stated in a Nike News post that, he was always inspired by just the aesthetic of track runners. Their body movements are very, very sleek and it's all natural because, we run and walk all the time. So he's always into that sort of look. He always wanted to do a running collection and got to the point where he invited some of Nike running athletes to walk his Off-White runway show in late 2018. So it's interesting to see the collaboration go beyond just the shoes. He's actually involving the athletes in his own personal brand, which is pretty neat. Once these shoes first got revealed, Coachella was probably the first look where he posted a photo of the shoes online, but if you paid attention to that runway show back in 2018, you definitely caught a look at these, and people were saying, wait, is Virgil really dropping a shoe with spikes on them? Well, these are spikes, but they're made of rubber, so when you plant your foot on the ground on concrete, because we doubt you're going to be running in these, it'll be pretty flat on the ground, and we imagine that it'll wear off over time. The upper is again based on the Terra Kiger 5 shell, but there's some key Virgil ingredients, one being like the tongue. He likes to add tongues from like the early 70s and 80s, and even the old school Nike logo. For more breathability and even just to cut down on weight, you can see these circular little holes in the mesh in the upper as well. Other things that you've come to recognize, the swoosh that looks like it's been painted on. It's a little more oversized, of course, a little orange flap. Turn around to the medial side, and again, you have that same Helvetica print, but you can see the Kiger right there. And it says, engineered to the exact specifications of trail runners born to be wild. So again, like we said, the Terra Kiger 5 is part of the Terra Kiger trail running series. So it's pretty interesting for Virgil to select this model since it technically isn't a track running shoe, but it's a very sleek silhouette. We like what he did to the shoe. He even pronounced rubber toe cap, kind of adds this real like protective sort of element to it because the shoe is supposed to be meant for the wild. And something we've seen a lot of in his more recent Nike collaborations, you saw in the Dunk Lows, is this wide lacing system. So the shoe has its traditional lacing system right here on the collar, but then he adds these extended holes and it reaches far across. So whether it's more for lockdown or whether it's just a design aesthetic, that seems to be the direction he's going in, because again, like it fits here with a performance shoe, it fits with the Dunk Lows. So it's pretty interesting to see where he will take it next. But in terms of the general quality, we like the really soft suede overlay. The base layer is this nice nylon, super lightweight. Even the tongue, like we mentioned before, it has, the holes are probably for breathability, but it even adds like a design element to the shoe as well. So the retail price for these were $180. Resale prices right now are double that right now, and like any Off-White Nike shoe is just gonna slowly climb upward. So if you got a pair at retail, that's good for you. And another dope detail about the shoes is the shoe box, which we show you right now. Looks like your typical orange shoe box, but there's all these little holes kind of mirroring the the mesh base layer of the shoes. And you have this Off-White Nike logo, new tissue. So again, the packaging is on point as well. Did not leave any detail behind. Another key element to any Off-White Nike shoe is the hang tag. And this one, it looks the same, but it's covered in this like green sort of felt material, probably to mimic like the grass or like the fake turf where runners sort of train on and whatnot. Another interesting detail is on the rubber outsole is that you can see some of the pink bleeding into the midsole, so there's definitely no uniformity in terms of color. It's basically a green, but it looks like it was originally pink, that was dyed in black. Even if you take a closer look at the spikes, it's not like a flat green. It's has all these other muddier, like black and pink hues to it. It's a pretty interesting way to kind of even call out the trail running aspect, almost as if the shoes were stepping on mud or something like that. But that's pretty much it. This is the Zoom Terra Kiger 5 by Virgil Abloh's Off-White label. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and we'll catch you in the next one.